How are we doing, everyone? So I've just been cracking on with the Mazda. You may have seen in the last video that we had a bit of a problem with it. Turns out the end bearing on the diff has failed. So I've just been cracking on during the Christmas break, pulling all the rear hub assemblies off just enough so I can get the drive shafts out. So the drive shafts are currently sat around loose. I do apologise, I don't have the GoPros, so you've got top quality phone and camera. It's all good, it's all got nice, you know, I don't know the technical word for it because I'm not the technical guy. But you got all your bottom arms and everything are all nice and loose. I'm just under here at the moment, just pulling the diff off, pulling the prop off, and as you can see here, there's your failure, that diff bearing there. So we've just got to take these bolts out here. I think this bar's got to come off, which supports the gearbox and the diff to the rest of the car. So that's going to be a bit of a pig because I haven't got anything to hold the gearbox up. And then from doing some homework, these cradle bolts here, up here, should then you should be able to take the whole diff down in one lump. Hoping I don't have to take the exhaust off, but we'll see, won't we? So let's have a look. Just start taking the diff bolts off. So you've got 4 diff bolts here and here as well, and then it's on actually looks like a cast cradle up here as well, which I've got to take off in a minute. So at the moment the diff's still secure. I'm taking these 4 bolts off. It actually ends up moving this whole bar, which as feared is attached to the transmission down that end, or gearbox in the UK. So I'm going to have to look at supporting the gearbox somehow, because I need to loosen this off enough to get it out of the way. So I'll probably have to take this cross beam off here. Just trying to keep the camera all the way around. That actually helps, so I need to take this cross beam off, support the transmission, take this bar off, and then hopefully everything should be clear enough to get the diff out. So, if in doubt, raid your local bike shed, find an old broken bed, and wedge a bit of wood in where the gearbox should go. I've got most of the bolts out now. If I let this jack down, you should see the transmission try its hardest to drop down. So let's have a go, see what happens. See if the bit of wood in the wheel underneath it supports it. Oh yeah, look at that. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So the gearbox is on that now. So yeah, I think I've just got to take those exhaust hangers off, and the rest of this whole cross member should come out. Let's have a go. Right, just like that. That's the cross beam down. Again, I apologise for the quality of the filming. Yeah, and now, look at that. The diff is purely sat on its mounting points here. So, as far as I'm aware, those 2 bolts out there, on the other side obviously, and then that should be the diff ready to come out. And just like that, we have a Mazda differential. Oh, bloody hell. So it turns out I had to drop the exhaust system down so I could get to the bolt that was in here. I've noticed one thing, the fill bung is missing. I haven't taken that out, and now you can get a better look at just how bad that front end bearing is. So yeah, we might even be able to fix it, but looking at the fact that all the seals are damaged, no idea how long the fill bung's been missing, but maybe that's why the bearing failed, but we don't know. But it's certainly not a happy diff, that's for sure. So I think it's probably best to say we just get a new one. But yeah, prop ended up falling out, which is handy to know for future when I'm putting it back together. That came out quite easily. But yeah, the absolute nightmare is getting the rubbers off of the exhaust to drop it out of the way, just so I can get to this bolt here. But oh, good day's work that. That is a big old lump. So now we need to find a new one. From the homework I've done, it's a 4.1 ratio. I've seen a couple. There's a guy local who's got one for like 250 quid, but that's like 2 times the price of what I'm seeing them on eBay and stuff like that. So we'll see what we can find in some other salvage yards. Right, welcome back. It's been a little while. Mazda's there under the cover. So we've now got a new diff, bought some new wheels, and we actually picked up a new roof the other day as well. So today's plan is refit the diff, fit all the arms and everything back on, possibly fit the new wheels, get a drive in. Here's a new roof, ready to go on. We'll do that another time because that's going to be taking seats out and jobs like that. But we've got 4 brand new standard Mazda wheels because the wheels that this Mazda come with are quite disgusting, if I'm completely honest. So I'm looking forward to getting those off. But yeah, hopefully weather's going to hold out today. I'm going to lock this back up for now, and we shall. It's just me today. Steph said he might come down a little later on, help out, but he's also fixing his van today, so because that's just failed its MOT, and the van's obviously quite a critical part of our work we do at Club Racing UK, because we do some miles. I'm going to go uncover the Mazda and start putting this diff back in. That's what I love about this car. Everything works. And look, you can even install all your tools to put all this back in here. So you may have seen a second ago, we've had all this out. There's the new diff over there, tucked up underneath. And yeah, that's going to be the first port of call. Get that in position. Might have to take the exhaust down again. That was a pain in the arse. But whilst the sun is shining, as you saw, there's a fair few holes and stuff in this roof. And as a result, it's a bit damp inside. So I'm going to open the roof and try and get some air in here for the minute. Just so it's as simple as pushing down your rear window and opening it up like so. It's as easy as that, apparently. But yeah, let's get some air in the car. I'm going to crack on underneath. Hopefully we'll get to drive this by the end of play today. Okay, diff's in place, ready to lift up. Exhaust is down because it just makes it a bit easier with that pipe over there out of the way. I'm just going to suspend it off these 2 fixing bolts here, which go on these rubber mounts here. And yeah, let's get her up in place. Oh wow, I'm not going to lie, ladies and gentlemen, that was a lot harder to put in than it was to take out. Obviously gravity plays a good part in dropping a diff out of a car, but putting one back in there, there's not a lot of room under here for purchase. So I have to call on a girlfriend and come in. She had to come out and be chief jacker whilst I got it into position, but the 2 bolts are they're kind of in. I've just got a bolt, I've got to actually screw them back now. But yeah, much heavier under here, trying to hold it above your head and not drop it on your face. But yeah, now that's in, I'm going to start bolting everything back to it. Prop, diff, prop, crossbar, and I can do all the arms and stuff a little bit. Why is it every time I put the roof down to air the car out, it bloody rains? Okay, little rebuild update. Diff is in and bolted up tight. The prop has just been bolted. Well, I've just bolted the prop to the diff and put it in the gearbox. And the gearbox is now being supported here by the jack. I'm now going to put this support beam up to said gearbox, bolt that together, and that should tie the whole car in. I can then refit the exhaust up, and then I can focus on each rear end. Okay, back in for another update. Right hand side, all on and done. Discs are looking tired, but we're going to get the car running and moving without making that horrible noise that you saw in the first video, and then we'll start looking at getting some new PBS pads and then get some new discs and stuff for it. So I'm going to just do exactly what I just did on the other side over here, and then she should be ready to put down on the ground. Oh god, this has been a slog, but it's been good. It's been good fun. I must say, everything on this Mazda has come off really well and really easily. Nice little cars to work on, so if you're ever looking for a little roadster, I'd highly recommend these. Let's just see how it drives when it's back together. As you could see in the time lapse, that went together relatively okay. This down here, a little tension on this arm, so I've had to wiggle and jiggle that. This though, this joint here is spinning like mad inside there, so I can't tighten this last. You can see it there. I'll have to try a few different angles and stuff at the minute, or a stronger Dugga gun. This is where I need a Kilda gun right here. Steph's got it in the garage, so I'm going to have to go steal that. But yeah, just going to get the caliper bar on now, and then hopefully we'll be ready to put her on the ground. I've got to do the anti-roll bar links as well, but I left them off both sides just so I can move everything around. But yeah, should be ready to put it down on the ground fairly soon. Haha, got it. Good old fashioned Allen key up inside, and a spanner. That's not that tight. Caliper on. We're ready to fit some wheels. It's got an anti-roll bar still to do, but that's two nuts. So let's do that. Hopefully, click of a finger and it'll be done. Ready? 3, 2, 1, click. There you go. It's done. Right, we're going to go pack up a little bit. We're going to go off and get some diff oil and get this on. Well, yeah, might as well leave it up in the air. Go off and get diff oil. Get that fitted and then bring the new wheels out, and then we'll look at fitting those. There we go. How's that? GoPro's dying, car's on the ground. Just popped to Euros. Thank you very much. Here we go. Thank you very much Euros for the gear oil and a little pump to put it in, so I'm just going to put that in. If I don't get a chance to GoPro it, new wheels are on, which are actually just the standard Mazda wheels, and it gets rid of these bloody awful Fox things. Look at them, horrible things. So yeah, get this in, spin it round, put those in, and guess what? A fuel gauge for the Vectra has arrived as well. So, oh, productive day so far. So I've got all the Vehicle Tech Mobile. He told me what we needed. So that's the stuff, and we need about 0.9 of a litre, which is good because we've got 1 litre, so hopefully, oh my god, we're going to be here forever. Oh well, I'll be back in about 4 hours by the looks of it. A few moments later, I was going to say it's got to the pump and not come out, but here it goes. Ooh, that's a bit better. There you go. Doesn't suck back out though. So it's not. Oh, it's making its way in there. That's what's the worst that can happen? Oh, and there we have it. Diff oil in. That's the little bit of stuff that came out as we removed it. But yeah, good little bit of kit actually. Once it got going, it's good as gold. So nice one, Laser Tools. Yeah, so let's get it on the floor. Time to fire in life. Car is back together. Done the important thing. Played with the stereo. That's all working. Yeah, just got to do a little clean up, tidy up. But our little salvage auction purchase is back together. Now I know the diff doesn't sound as bad as it did because I've had it up in the air and I've run it through the gears since filling it with oil. So this is actually going to be the first drive in it. Safety first, people. Always put your seatbelt on whilst driving on the road. Right. Let's see. Didn't stall it though, like it's definitely. go. Well, she drives a lot nicer than it did before. Feels good. Look at that. Lovely jubbly. Right there, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do for this episode. I am knackered. That was a day well spent. The car drive beautifully. Look forward to getting it out on the road properly. Fingers crossed, we might even do a track day or two with it. But yes, if you've liked what we've seen, hit that like and subscribe button. And we still don't know what to do with this car, so let us know in the comments. Guys, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one.